sparkling, golden, pure, refreshing.
Oh, hey, now come on. Hang on now. Can't we just settle this over a pint? No. All right, then. Come on!
Chilled now, and Ingrid serves it in the traditional manner, from a pitcher with a garland of greenery. Mmm.
These guys find the kind of relaxation and release they need in a cold glass of beer. For them, only beer does it.
Grandpa's telling tales of yore. Bruce Q talks about comics more. Norm's got jokes that we adore. Hawk's our mascot, hear it roar. 3BeerMen drinking in the streets, laughing like there's no tomorrow. Hawk's loud squirrel praising the bars, filled with joy, never sorrow. Grandpa's got his old school tricks, Bruce Q's latest adventure and more. Norm with laughs that'll mix, Hawk circles watch him soar. Beer cans clinking, stories unfold. Nights like these are pure gold. These memories bold, never sold. In Twilight's glow time behold. Everyone needs a night like this, full of stories can't be missed. Simple joys, pure bliss. In each sip, there's a twist. Men drinking in the streams, laughing like there's no tomorrow. Hawks, loud spark raising the bars, filled with joy, never sorrow. 3BeerMen drinking in the streams, laughing like there's no tomorrow. Hawks, loud spark raising the bars, filled with joy, never sorrow. Grandpa's got his old school tricks, Bruce Q's latest adventure and more. Norm with laughs that'll mix, Hawk circles watch him soar. Beer cans clinking, stories unfold. Nights like these are pure gold. These memories bold, never sold. In Twilight's glow time behold. Everyone needs a night like this, full of stories can't be missed. Simple joys, pure bliss. In each sip, there's a twist. In each sip, there's a twist.
Hello and welcome to 3BeerMen. I'm Norm, one of your hosts. We're having some technical difficulties today, so Bruce is on his way. But in the meantime, we have Kaz here, and while we're waiting for Bruce, why don't you start us off with what you're drinking, Kaz?
All right, howdy everyone. Yeah, EV Mux decided to act a little funky on us tonight, so last minute scrambling and putting together a new link and all kinds of crazy stuff. So hopefully Bruce will make it in here in a couple of minutes, but in the meantime, I was looking for something George Washington themed to have for the show tonight, but the only beer I could think of that really fit that description was Sam Adams Cherry Wheat, and Bruce just had that like 2 weeks ago here on the show. And on top of that, I already have a 6-pack of Ellicottville Cherry Wheat in the fridge already, and you can only drink so much cherry wheat. So instead, I am having one that I've had on the show multiple times before. This is Not Your Father's Root Beer, although for tonight it shall officially be known as Not Your Founding Father's Root Beer. So,
yeah.
But it is, yes, a root beer, but it is an alcoholic root beer that comes in at 5.9%. Very sweet, and I enjoy it quite a bit.
All right. Well,
So that is
yeah,
what I'm having tonight.
I like the twist of not your founding fathers root beer. So
Yes, not your founding fathers. Yeah.
I like that little twist there. So I was looking for something that was more themed tonight as well, but I couldn't find anything that was in season. I know Avery has a George Washington Porter, because they're out of Colorado, and I can't. They're hard for me to find anyway. So I just decided just to go with a beer that's more seasonal and something I don't have that often, which is a Hefeweizen, a Bavarian style Hefeweizen by Beechwood Brewery. I don't think I've even had Beechwood Brewery. They're a local beer here in LBC, Long Beach, California. Founded by a chef. Well, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. Um, but this is their Hefeweizen. So a lot of people think I don't like Hefeweizens. It's not that I don't like them. It's just I find them boring most of the time. So I don't drink them as often as I drink other beers. I find a little bit more flavorful. This is a 5.3% Hefeweizen, and it is Bavarian style. So I'm gonna have it out of a Hefeweizen type glass.
If it is
So
a classic Bavarian style Hefeweizen, then it should have some very distinct banana clove flavor to it.
I could smell the banana already. Actually, I haven't
There you
even
go.
tasted it
That's
yet.
that's your traditional Hefeweizen. Yeah.
And yeah, it is a hot day, so I'm expecting something, you know, something light and refreshing for today. 'Cause today is unbelievably hot here in the San Fernando Valley. So yeah, it smells very banana-y. Yeah, you're right. I could taste that banana in there.
Yeah. That's
It's a little cloudy, but not as cloudy as I expect a Hefeweizen to be. I expect Hefeweizen to be a little bit more cloudy than this, but
yeah, yeah, almost
eh,
almost like a hazy. Yeah.
yeah, this is a little bit hazy, not so much cloudy, but it is nice and refreshing. Like I said, it's only 5.3% compared to the 6.7, 6.8 beers, or even the 7.0 beers I'm used to drinking. This should go down pretty smoothly. So, so that's what I'm drinking. I still don't see Bruce here. It kind of concerns me.
No, he
Um,
hopefully isn't having trouble getting in. I give him all the info. All right. Well,
well, I don't see a lot of people in the chats either. I don't know. This first show of August, so that's
indeed. Well,
yeah.
let's start out with a little bit of chat activity over here. I see a new follower and a good friend of the channel now, Jake Hudson, following us over on Twitch. Might be our first Twitch comment outside of Magatic that that I think we've ever gotten. I don't think anybody follows us over on Twitch. So excellent to see you, Jake Hudson. Welcome aboard over on Twitch. Don't see anybody over on the Madness over on YouTube yet. I think Pops has got another channel going on right now. I do see that John Rogers popped over to Rumble when we were late on D Live just to see if maybe D Live was having some issues. And right after that, Gypsy9999 popped in. Probably a friend of yours, Norm,
Yeah,
I assumed.
yeah. So
Well, a friend of the channel. A friend of yours is a
yeah.
friend of all of us. So,
Oh yeah. Gypsy's been around for a while. Don't doesn't chat much, but it's over there. Yeah, that's odd. I tried to log into my Twitch account for the first time in a long time today, and I couldn't remember my login. I don't remember anything. It's been like years since I've been logged into Twitch. So, and Jake Hudson just said we're not live on YouTube, which is madness. I don't have that up.
Yeah, we are not live, Jake Hudson, on the 3BeerMen channel on YouTube. We actually discontinued the 3BeerMen channel on YouTube a number of years back when YouTube got really picky and started striking a lot of our shows just for things that we would play during intermission or things like that. So we kind of gave up YouTube before it gave up us. But we are back on YouTube as of 2024 on the Madness Entertainment Group. So, Jake, you can find us on YouTube on Madness Entertainment Group on YouTube. It's a great channel to follow. Lots of good shows over there. We're just one of many shows on the Madness Entertainment Group network.
Yep. And hopefully soon to branch out to Roku on that same channel.
Indeed. We certainly will be.
Yeah. So,
all right. So that good, Norm.
Yep. No, I was just going to say. In the meantime, we can go over to Rumble, which is one of our biggest followers. And if you do want to chat, that is one of the places to chat. We have lots of people over there. Why don't you go ahead and read off the people?
I think you meant to say D Live, Norm.
But yes, I did mean to say D Live. I was.
All
Yes.
right. Well, yeah, D Live is has got our most prolific chatters, but we are a little bit light tonight. I don't know if there's some other event going on or if everybody's just busy tonight. But first in tonight was Willie Fix It, followed by TL Spud, Bad Zoot, and we dropped Zoot's sticker, John Rogers, Peggy Dancer, and Rick Carmen.
Yep.
All right.
We have a few more people lurking. Hey, Bruce.
Woo! Thank you, guys. I'm sorry. I could not get in. I had to type that in like several times before it went through.
I did the same thing with the old link.
What happened. We had to change it at the last minute because the old invite was going to a dead studio for some reason.
Yeah, it locked me out.
It was really weird. So
that was bizarre. All right.
So, Bruce, we were shouting out. We just finished shouting out D Live. Everybody who's in D Live, we have not shouted out Pilled yet. But before we do that, we can skip backwards a little bit to what we're drinking tonight, and
sure,
give us a quick tour of what you're drinking.
Absolutely. Well, tonight it's Poland Spring for me.
There we go.
I have to rehydrate. I was at a festival today, all day today, and I did not drink enough water. I was out in the sun with promoting my business. We were at a motorcycle, a motocross, and a BMX bike rally today. So there were a lot of motorcycles and there were a lot of BMX bikes and there was a lot of stuff. And that'll be next week's Bruce on the Loose also with yesterday's adventures out and about in the Hamptons, because we went out to a couple of wineries and a distillery. And so I got some footage for that for next week. But that's not going to take up the whole show. That's just bits and pieces. But for tonight, I'm chugging water, guys. Cheers.
Fair enough. All right. Well, back to Pilled. Norm, do you want to take Pilled tonight, or Bruce, do you have that up yet? Who wants to do the shouting?
I only see Ghost Pepper in there. Maybe I had to refresh Pilled to get it to load.
We've got a couple other people in there, so
yeah,
if you're
I'm not sure what's
yet
going on. I keep on having to constantly refresh it. Not sure what's going on there. I'm gonna refresh it again. But yeah, go ahead and read them all.
All right. Well, first in tonight we had Ghost Pepper, Followed by Willie Fixit, dropping a sticker over there for us. Spazzo Yeti, always good to see you, good sir. AP 9889 AP says Batman was busy with Harley Quinn. That's why he was late. And Music Man dropped us a cookie, which we appreciate very much, and also dropped a piece of news that I had not heard.
Yeah,
Is
I was
is
just
this
looking at it
true?
myself.
I had not heard this.
No, really?
Yeah. I have not heard that either. Uh, I I have not. I don't see anything in the. Oh wow. CNN just said yeah. The
Wow, there you go. How morbid is that? I mean, literally for tonight's This Week in Beer, I literally had the first slide set up with Grok confirming that according to, based on available information, no famous celebrities are reported to have died in the last week. So
yeah.
literally,
Oh,
I had no celebrity deaths to talk about, and now Music Man brings a celebrity death. What do you?
it's ironic that she was a star of WPRK in Cincinnati, and I decided to wear the only shirt I have from Ohio. It's not Cincinnati, but it's Cleveland.
Dude, do you realize she died 2 days before her 80th birthday? She was born on August
No.
5th,
Well,
and she died on August 3rd.
Hmm.
Wow.
hmm,
Wow. She didn't even make it to her 80th. And she had
uh,
4 husbands? Wow,
I
four
wouldn't doubt it.
husbands.
Was she married to Burt Reynolds for a while, or is that
She
just a?
was. She was. She was married to Burt Reynolds for what was it?
It's a.
6 years?
Yeah, I don't think it was that long, but yeah.
Yeah, she was married to Burt Reynolds for 6 years. Crazy.
Wow.
She had a marriage that only
Indeed.
lasted 2 years, and her current spouse, Bob Flick, they've been married since 2008. So
Hmm.
she didn't get married till almost
Hmm.
just shy of 30 years later. She
All
was
right.
devastated when Burt Reynolds and her divorced. She hit rock bottom at that point.
Hmm.
There was a whole big thing on Burt Reynolds back in February that I watched on one of the streaming services back when, and she burned through his money like nobody's business. there was a there was a read between the lines kind of thing. But yeah, it was crazy. Hey, Magatic, cheers to you too, brother.
Yeah, shout out to
Well,
Magatic,
Swallow.
who has joined us from the firehouse, and Pops has joined us over on the Madness Entertainment Group, and Jake Hudson found us over on YouTube now at the Madness Entertainment Group. So
Howdy, everybody.
we're all
Howdy, howdy,
here.
howdy. Good to see
oh,
you all.
All right. Well, you pretty much already seen everything I have for this week in beer because, like I said, up until Music Man brought us that unfortunate little tidbit of news, I didn't have any real celebrity information to to talk about this week or any real news of any significance at all. Um, no holidays, no anything. Although I will mention that we did miss International Beer Day, which was this
oh,
past Friday and is the first Friday in August every year. So to be sure that we don't repeat that mistake again, we will mention that this Thursday and every first Thursday in August is officially National IPA Day. which is great in years like this where the 1st of August falls on a Friday. But it's a double whammy every other year where International Beer Day falls on the day after IPA Day. And you're
Yeah.
There you go.
hair of the dog.
Yeah.
And it's 7 weeks until Oktoberfest, my favorite holiday of the year. So,
There you
so
go.
that's what we have for this week in beer. And with that, we are going to turn tonight over to Bruce for an exciting adventure. I believe, though, Bruce might have a short PSA for us first.
Yes, thank you, Cosmac. Appreciate you pointing that out. So, for anybody who is available out on Long Island next weekend, there's something going on with the East Marion Fire Department, and I'm going to let Cosmac roll the videotape. Hey guys, Bruce is still on the loose here in Hutchog? East Marion! East Marion! We're here in East Marion, and we're at a pub called the Green Port Brewery. Oh my God, one more time. What's the name of the place? Green Port Brewery. There we go, the Green Port Brewery. Hold on, guys, I'm going to turn this around so we can do this proper. So can you tell me, please, you guys have an event coming up, right? Yes, sir. You have an event coming up. Can you tell me, please, what that event is?
Backyard bash. Backyard bash.
Backyard bash.
What we have is a $100 raffle ticket party. Okay, $100 raffle ticket's gonna get you. Put it on them. Put it on the poster.
Put it on the poster. Yes, sir. I got you. I got
Get
you.
you in to a party from 4 to 7. It gets 2 people into the party. Okay. Top prize you're gonna win is $10,000. Second prize $4, $2, or $1,000. Okay. We're having a great party. A lot more food than just, apps. We're gonna have burgers, dogs, 50 pounds of smoked wings, and a whole bunch. So numbers at the bottom right there if you can't see it. If you want a ticket, you can easily get one to me. And it's gonna be a great time next Saturday. We're really gonna have a big day. Yeah, we're supporting Decadia. Those guys are awesome. They were at our party last year, the 125th, where we had a huge drone show. And we hope to have them back again to play sometime. But,
Very cool.
and then last but not least, this is East Marion Fire Department. We just know how to party, we know how to do it. And we got our cheer. And it goes 1, 2, 3.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. So this is called the East Marion Fire Department in Long Island, New York. Is there a website for you guys?
Facebook page.
Facebook page. And what is the Facebook name on the Facebook
East Marion
page?
Fire Department.
One more time.
East Marion Fire Department.
The East Marion Fire Department. Guys, you heard that. 3BeerMen on Bruce on the Loose with the East Setauket Fire Department. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the flip side. The 3BeerMen on Bruce Q. Wayne. Peace out, guys. So this was the East Marion Fire Department that was at an event I was at last night where we went and saw this band play, and DeAndrea, and that's the lead singer in the picture. I don't know if you can blow that picture up, but in the center bottom is the actual lead singer from the band, and then I'm just off to his right, and then of course the poster blocking my shoulder, but that's for the East Marion Fire Department. So anybody who's out here on Long Island next weekend, if I get the chance, I will be going. I don't know what I have planned yet, so I have to figure it out. But from 4 to 6, they're having a bash, and we're going to check it out if we can. Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. It's for a good cause. It supports the East Marion Fire Department. All funds raised go towards them and the community. So we're hoping to be able to help sponsor and support them next week. So we'll check it out. Hopefully, God willing, that'll work. In the meanwhile, we are going to continue with our adventures through New York City and back on Long Island, because I found out only recently that George Washington, the founder of our Army, our armed forces, U.S. Army, which was originally made up of local farmers and farm hands and, family members of the farmers, to fight the Revolutionary War, which helped free America. And we're going to go back to Zoso dude, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you for the can. Much love. We're going back to Francis Tavern, where my friend Pam and I went through the museum, and I'm going to show you guys around. And why don't we take it to the next level and roll that series of footage back at Francis Tavern?
All right. Is that starting with the first video you sent?
I do believe it is.
Well, we'll find out.
We will.
Wait, here it goes. I forgot to make it auto start. No, this is actually the.
Oh, this is where we're at Trump Tower. Yeah.
All right, want me to move on and swing around back to circle back to that one?
Yeah, we can circle back. Let me. What did I send it to Telegram? Right. Let me go into. Hey guys, Bruce still on the loose in New York City. Torrential rain coming down here. It's Francis Tavern. We're back. We're back at Francis Tavern. Yay! And it's site of the Birch Trials. Francis Tavern Museum, the site of Washington's farewell to his officers. And we're going back inside, and we're going to go to the museum because they close at 5. So, inside guys, we're heading out in the rain. I gotta remember to pause my thoughts before I spin it around. I'm still getting used to this back and forth, so I apologize, people, for the choppiness. As a matter of fact, Cosmic's wearing the hat and I'm wearing the shirt. So this is the shirt I bought at the Three Village Historical Society out in Long Island, which we will get to in a little bit. But first, let's go into the next videotape, which delves into the museum aspect of Francis Tavern. Let me guess, George Washington slept at Bruce's Pet Hotel. Rick, I only wish the Pet Hotel wasn't around when George Washington was out here on Long Island. That would have been something. That would have been a selling point for me. I would promote that like nobody's business if that was the case.
Or maybe his dog slept there.
His dog slept. His dog slept at the Pet
Hotel. George Washington's dog slept here. All right, you ready for me to roll the next video?
Please roll the next video. Let's see what we got. All right, guys, we're up inside the museum at Francis Tavern, and there's all kinds of historical stuff here relating to George Washington and his band of merry men. And we're going to turn around and you get to see historic pictures like this, where this is George Washington, General and Commander, Chief of the Continental Army. And this was back in 1775. And we just celebrated the Continental Army's 250th anniversary, as I was just in Washington, D.C. last month for that. And we've got right here, 1793, George Washington, Esquire, President of the United States, painted by Edward Savage, Mezzotin. Very cool. And then what do we got here? Time out, Cosmic. Just a pause. First, I want to say thank you, Drunk Pinata, for the raid. I greatly appreciate you. I can't look at the chats, so I can't thank everybody individually like I like to do. But thank
132 people. That's quite a lot.
132 people. Wow. I hope you guys stick around. We're discussing George Washington and the spy ring that happened here on Long Island. So if you guys are interested in hearing about it, stick around. We've got a lot of footage to cover. But right now I'm upstairs in Francis Tavern, which is in New York City, which is where George Washington did a lot of plotting and planning on the Revolutionary War, or during the Revolutionary War. And it's also the same location where George Washington actually said goodbye to his troops after they had conquered the British and freed America. So creating the United States Army in 1775, he was able then to fight the Revolutionary War and push back King George III's army, the British soldiers, and to keep America free. And as Ben Franklin is quoted as saying, "It's a republic if you can keep it."
Yep.
I'm not sure I get that, Timberjet, but okay. Keep going forward. So this is George Washington.
Watching the Battle of Long Island. The Battle of Long Island. That's us. Yay! In honor of our members who gave their lives for the country, for our country in the World War 1917 to 1919. Philip Overton Mills, Tolman Douglas Wheeler, Clarence Temple Leonard, Marshall G. Peabody, Raymond Hull Noble, Marquand Ward, Gabriel Ward, William Ross Jr., Chester Ingersoll Warren, Sons of the Revolution in the state of New York. Amen.
Okay, so the Sons of the Revolution were actually a band of soldiers that supported George Washington and created the, I guess, the organization, Sons of the Revolution. They were patriots. You had your patriots, who were those loyalists to George Washington, and then you had the loyalists that were loyal to the king. So I don't like to use the term loyalist twice, but the patriots were George Washington's backers, supporters, army, military, militia, whatever you want to call them. And the loyalists were all the assholes that were fighting for, what's up, Mountain Dog Boy? Much love to you too, brother. God bless. So yeah, the Sons of the Revolution were George Washington's patriots. I'm a daughter of Revolution certified. Cool. Very cool. She's a daughter of the Revolution. Nice. Very cool. Thank you, Thumper Rose, for putting that out there. I appreciate that, and thank you for being part of the cause. Both sides of the family. Cool. Very cool. So basically what I'm doing is touring the museum, going through, showing you guys paintings that were done of George Washington, and then we go to the museum later on, which will be the continuation of this journey. But let's continue with the next videotape as we tour the museum at France's Tavern.
So this next set of portraits that we're going to look at basically shows the Captain General of all American forces, George Washington. So in essence, he is your... Wait till you read this. But this is His Excellency George Washington, Esquire, Captain General of all American forces, your very first Captain America. How cool is that?
So these are all paintings. Just pause the volume on this. Let it continue to play, but pause the volume if you can on the video. So these are all paintings that were done by other artists. I tried to capture as much of that as possible. I should have still framed these, but I didn't because we were trying to move through the museum quickly. We had a very limited amount of time because we got up to the museum a little before 4:30. So we only had half an hour left to go before we had to close out. They closed the museum upstairs at 5, but then you're welcome to stay and enjoy the tavern, which we did. We stayed. Now pause right here for a second.
Meetings were held.
It's really cool. This is really cool here. This is actually the upstairs room, and that is a conference table and an eating table and a workstation that George Washington used, and they've preserved all of this upstairs in France's Tavern. So go ahead and play the audio and the video.
George Washington plotted his attacks on the British armies to keep America free for you and me. Welcome to the long room.
This is
can't
the brass
read this
plaque.
very well, so let's see. Hold on. Let's see if we can take a picture of
Yeah.
it. Hold on,
Very
guys. We're gonna
dark.
pause.
Yeah, I had to like get up real close to it, and even then, I was trying to read it through the phone. I should have just read it off, taken a picture of it, and then read it off. But I do believe the next video has me reading it off specifically.
This shows how much George Washington was idolized. He was like America's first like superstar, like even bigger than a lot of rock stars or sports celebrities. He was the first
Absolutely.
celebrity the country really had, and from what I've read, he didn't like the fact that people idolized him because he often said he was only a man, and his depiction of him, uh, his view of the depiction, um, gave him like some sort of superstar, like immortality, and he didn't.
Kid.
He was very humble about it, but at the same time, yeah, people just went crazy
He
for him.
was he was the type of person who excelled at everything. He was he was a top marksman. He was one of the best equestrian riders. He had physical prowess beyond his capable means. So the average mortal man, he was advanced. There was writings about him
Well,
that said that he excelled in anything and everything he did, which is why he became so popular. Is that
plus his
everybody?
presence, he had a great presence, apparently, like a
Yes,
demanding presence, and
commanding presence.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah. General Patton also had similar attributes. Actually, was the only other American general that was a great marksman and horse, like riding the horse. And actually, I was wrong to say that he was the first, because actually I think Ben Franklin was kind of took a celebrity. Uh, he was kind of a celebrity as well, but he actually didn't. He wasn't as humble about it. Ben Franklin was more kind of out there with it and used it
oh,
to his advantage.
right. Well, Ben
Yeah.
Franklin also ran a printing press, right?
Yes. Oh, well, he did a
So,
lot of things. He invented
right, but he
the
was he
modern
was very
day
much
printing.
into
He was
he was
he
very
was
much
the
into self
Edison of his
promotion.
day.
One more
Very
time.
much self promotion. Yes.
I
Yes,
Yeah,
said
okay.
Ben Franklin was the Edison of his day.
thank you.
Yeah, publicist, because yeah.
Yes, he was.
Hmm.
So
But
Things I was thinking about it today. Look at all the things that are named after Washington. I mean, he's got a state, he's got a bridge, he's got a monument. I We have Mount Washington here in Pittsburgh. We have Washington County just south of Pittsburgh. Um, my brother went to Washington Elementary School.
George Washington University.
look
Yeah,
how
I
much
mean,
currency. Look how much currency he's on. He's on the quarter, the dollar, the yeah. I don't know. I know he's on a few other coins, but
Yeah,
he's on a lot of currency, and yeah.
I live in Washington. Yes, you do, TL Spud. Yes, you do. Washington State. You and a handful of other friends of ours from good old foxholepill.net. So,
Jeffrey,
uh,
yeah, that's more than any other president. Like, how many states other than the failed state of Jefferson does president are named after presidents?
yeah, are named after presidents. Yeah, really.
Eh,
There isn't even a Lincoln state, you know?
yeah,
right?
there was a state of Jefferson for about 2 weeks, I think. But
Yeah,
that,
I remember. I think we told that story here on the show.
yeah, I'm very familiar with that
So,
story. But
George Washington is the only president that has a state named after him. That's right.
yeah,
Now, what about Washington, D.C.? I mean, why is it called Washington, D.C.?
That's not technically a
Well,
state.
district.
It's District of
Not a
Columbia. Yeah.
state.
District
We
of
agreed at the
Columbia.
beginning it wouldn't be a state because it wouldn't make sense to have the capital located in any one of the states.
Yeah.
Right. So Washington, D.C. is technically a combination of Virginia, Maryland, and what's that other right above it? Right?
New York
Washington,
or
D.C. is like
Pennsylvania.
in that little triangular
Yeah, and
section of the.
Virginia and Maryland was named after the Virgin Mary. Uh, so
I did
sure,
not
it's
know that.
very
I did
Catholic.
not know that.
That was Maryland, Virgin,
Virgin
Virginia,
Mary. Virginia and
yeah,
Maryland. There you go. Right next to each
Yep.
other.
yeah.
And
They
that
were
is
named
where,
after.
where, according to AI, that's where all of District of Columbia's land came from, was Maryland and Virginia.
Right. So that's exactly what it is. It's
Even
basically
some of the
taking land from two states and making it an international commerce, if you will. And
even some of it was donated from I think Arlington Cemetery was donated from General Washington himself.
Well, and
Because he,
to be honest,
yeah,
I've got
yeah,
to think that that was at some point that was a compromise to keep Pennsylvania and New York from going to war over which
well,
one would be the capital.
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Unchained just sent something to me. Delmarva capital was named after George, but the state was named after the capital.
Huh, interesting.
Okay. I'm
Well,
trying to go back.
Martha's
I just got into the chats. CDP for JC, good to see you, brother. AP, what's up? Timberjet, thank you.
Martha's Garden, I heard was part of Washington D.C. until which was owned by General Washington to Washington D.C. So I don't know how.
Chiming in shortly to help me finish this off. I don't know be the museum. So I just sent her the link, so we'll see what happens in the meanwhile. But please, let's
The
roll
new link, correct?
the new link. Yes, yes, I just sent
Yes.
you the new link. But let's roll the next videotape for everybody out there so they can see the rest of this.
All right, here we go.
All right, guys, I'm going to try and read this plaque to you, so we're going to turn it around and see what we can do. France's Tavern, erected in 1719. Queen's Head Tavern, 1762. Chamber of Commerce, founded here, 1768. Headquarters of Committee of Correspondence of 51 in 1774. Farewell of General Washington to his officers was done here in this room. December 4th, 1783. Sons of the Revolution reorganized here December 4th, 1883. The property purchased by the Sons of the Revolution in the state of New York, 1904. Formal occupation taken by the Sons of the Revolution, December 4th, 1907. Very cool.
Okay, so what people need to understand is that France's Tavern is a historic landmark. It's still owned by a private company, but it is still sponsored by the New York State government, I guess. Prince Frederick donated the land, son of George. Oh, thank you, Unchained. I didn't know that. All right. I'm guessing you mean
So
King George III. But at that point, the British were all up in Connecticut. Francis Tavern. Yes, sir. That is correct, P. Dan. Absolutely. Francis Tavern.
if New York is like California, once you designate it a historic landmark, you basically can't tear it down. You have to basically keep it in shape. And at that point, a lot of the owners get together with historic societies. Uh, hey,
Hey, Pam, hold on one second. Okay,
Hi.
this is my friend Pam, and she and I went to Francis Tavern together, and she is the history buff. So we were talking about it. And Thumper Rose, yes, the Culper spy ring, which is we're going to cover that next after we do an intermission. So Pam came in a little soon, but the Culper spy ring is a very intricate part of the Revolutionary history, and my friend Pam knows very much a lot about it. So we're going to delve into that in the next hour. But let's finish up with the videotapes. Pardon me. Thank you, Stow Stube. Appreciate the cookie, brother. But we're going
No,
to get
he's
in.
giving us a bunch of cookies, actually. Like
Oh, he's throwing us
his,
cookies left and right. Oh
yeah,
my God. Oh my
like
God.
he's
Oh my God.
normally.
One,
Yeah,
two,
yeah,
3, 4. Thank you, Stow Stube. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much.
yeah. So
Okay. Up and
and
Leo Sator too. Thank you. Gifted a cookie. Following 3 beer dudes, 4 years. Grandpa had a Cosmic Computer Museum, pretty good at homebrew. Had a short shot of Bell's palsy. Bless Batman is normal. Fab Team Bruce covering interesting stuff. Thank you. Thank you,
That's
Leo. I
Leo
appreciate
Slate.
that's
that.
going back,
I,
Leo. I was just thinking about that
I,
shot of Bell's
yeah,
palsy recently.
I
My
haven't
jaw
seen
started to hurt, and I
Leo.
thought, God, I hope that doesn't happen again.
I haven't seen Leo in the chat for a while. You've been following us since day one. I remember you. And then Unchained actually gave it. We're getting
Thank you,
donations left
Unchained.
to.
Appreciate you. That's great. All right. Let's continue rolling forward. Everybody say hi to my friend Pam in the chats. Say
Yes.
hi to
Hi,
Pam.
Pam.
They'll be
Hi.
scrolling them through the chats in a minute. But let's roll that second, the third, the fourth, the fifth video. What do we got? Stow Stube throwing more cookies at us.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see. I thought that was the one. Wait, is that? I
There
did
should be a
already run that one. That's
photograph.
right.
This right here
Okay, here we
is
go.
the seal of the Sons of the Revolution. The seals of the Sons of Revolution, original artwork for the seal was done by Tiffany and Company. It depicted a constitutional soldier climbing up a ladder into a rampart. The banner read, Exiger Monumentum Ere Perenneus, meaning I have completed a monument
Monumentous.
more lasting than bronze. The quote comes from the Ode 330 by the ancient poet Horace. The seal features dates 1776, the year of the United States Declaration of Independence, and the 1883, the official beginning of the society.
Brush up on your Latin, Bruce.
Yeah, I know. I can't help it.
That's okay.
I barely speak English well. You want me to learn Latin too?
1816 by John Austin Stevens, New York Historical Society Library. Organized December 4th, 1883 in this very room. Incorporated April 29, 1884. Estus Perpetua, erected by the Board of Managers.
I can't speak English, let
Sons of the
alone Latin.
Revolution. And these are the
So those were the badges that were given out to the Sons of the Revolution. Yeah.
Kind of predates the medals to the military today. Actually,
Yes, it
there's
does. Yes, it
there's a
does.
lot of similar ones. I don't understand it well enough to go into it, but I know, yeah, it does.
Neither
From
do I at this
whatever,
point, but we're
yeah, from
going to carry
whatever.
forward. There's one more video that's about 55 seconds long that talks about the revolution actually happening as the outbreak of the revolution occurred. So we just have some more museum images and videos. So why don't you roll through those, Cosmac? 55 seconds. The next one.
Hey guys, so we're still here. We're up on the upper floor, and this is where they kind of explain where the revolution broke out, 1775 until March of 1776, when Commander-in-Chief General George Washington declared the win over the British and was able to consider us free people. Look at this picture. This is amazing. Give me liberty or give me death. What a beautiful picture.
That was Francis Hedrick. Who was that? Who said that?
Yes. Give me liberty, give me death was. Oh, jeez. Now I'm drawing a blank. Hold on.
Francis Henry or something like that.
Francis Henry. Thank you.
I don't know. I was
Patrick.
asking.
Pamela
Patrick Henry.
trying to
Sorry,
correct you,
yeah.
but her microphone is not working for
Yeah,
some
yeah,
reason.
yeah.
She's trying to correct you. It's Patrick Henry.
Patrick Henry. You're muted, Pam. I don't know. You got to hit the mute. The down underneath.
It was working before.
There it is.
We
Yeah,
heard him
there she
before.
is.
Patrick Henry.
There we go.
Yeah, Patrick Henry.
And that was back before. That was back before George Washington actually kicked off the Revolutionary War.
Correct.
That was actually in March of 1775, and that's when the call to arms came about. Give me liberty or give me death. And
well, liberty. A lot of people came over to this country to escape,
to be liberated, to escape the king.
Yeah. To be free.
Pam, do you have anything to add to this?
Yeah, that's really, there's a lot of turmoil going on before they declared independence. A lot of turmoil. And a good tea party, too.
And a good tea party, too. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, and now we drink coffee instead of tea. So yeah, we found a better drink over here.
Just a reminder, guys, we're about 1 minute from when we would normally go to intermission. So before we get too deep into any of the topics, maybe we could always take the intermission a minute early tonight.
Yeah, let's do that, and then we can roll into the Three Villages Historical Society, where Pam and I did a tour of the building and talked about what's going on over there. And Culper spy ring, which I want Pam to illuminate us more on because she's very versed on it. But
I can't wait for the discussion because I can't wait. It's been a while since I've actually looked into this stuff, and I may get some names and things mixed up of the people because I tend to get first and last names mixed up, especially after so long. But it fascinated me when I was younger, so I can't wait to get back into that.
All right. So, Cosmac, why don't you roll the intermission? That'll give me a chance to run and go take a gaping Zarge. Pam, just mute your microphone for a minute and then give us a few minutes, but stay close to your laptop because we'll be back in just a bit. Roll the commercial, Cosmac.
Hello there, citizens. I'm baby George Washington. Yes, the founding father. Just with fewer teeth and way more drool. I've been observing your modern world, and I must say, y'all are bonkers. First off, $6 for coffee? What is this Starbucks? It's a tavern with no horses or sword fights. And why does your drink need 12 words? Then I saw a man order groceries using a talking cube. That thing told him his bananas were too ripe. I nearly fainted into my powdered wig. Also, what in the name of freedom is a smartphone? Everyone's staring at little glowing boxes, bumping into poles, filming themselves dancing to songs like Skibbity Toilet. What happened to reading a nice pamphlet by candlelight? You've got folks making a living by influencing. Back in my day, influence meant convincing farmers to join the revolution, not selling tummy tea on Instagram. Fashion's gotten weird, too. Y'all are wearing foam shoes with holes in them. Crocs, you call them? Looks like you lost a duel with a melted teapot. And who is Florida Man? He's always naked, wrestling wildlife, or robbing a Wendy's with a live iguana. I demand answers. Also, why are you putting ranch dressing on everything? Pizza, pancakes, possibly your car. Have you people no dignity? Lastly, stop saying I had wooden teeth. I didn't. They were just aggressively handcrafted. Anyway, I must go powder my diaper. Remember, liberty is eternal, but TikTok trends are temporary. God bless whatever this timeline is.
And behind me, you'll see the Washington Monument, which opened in 1888.
Holy hell! Look at that thing! That's obscene!
And here's the man himself, George Washington.
That's my monument? It looks like America's schlong. It's not even a monument, it's like a threat. It's a menace.
It is 554 feet, 7 inches high, and weighs 91,000 tons.
Oh, God, no, I can't live up to that thing. It's making promises I certainly cannot keep.
Well, that's America for you, George, and no one's asking you to live up to it, so relax, buddy.
Look at that thing. It's pointy at the top. It's obviously a wiener.
Well, no, it's not. Actually, that pointy top is actually an aluminum cap to protect against lightning, so you have some protection there. You know?
Okay, I get. It's a wiener with a condom on top. That's what it is.
Everyone loves it, George. Okay, millions of tourists go inside it and ride to the top every year.
Go inside it? That's disgusting. Someone should cover it with trousers. Somebody should have Washington's trousers go over the monument.
That would be just. So you just want to create a giant tent.
America.
Tiffany Fong has yellow jeans.
Mr. President, distinguished members of the Congress, honored guests, and our republic itself. President Washington began this tradition in 1790 after reminding the nation that the destiny of self-government and the preservation of the sacred fire of liberty is finally staked on the experiment entrusted to the hands of the American people. For our friends in the press who place a high premium on accuracy, let me say, I did not actually hear George Washington say that.
You all are never gonna believe this. Surprise, mother.
Language, so.
All right, real question. You versus the Yeti, who wins?
I'd beat his ass. Cold or not.
Fair enough.
You're the only human I've let actually see me.
Really? Why me?
Because you look like you'd snitch, but you don't know how.
Mute now, Pam. That's great.
We are back.
That was funny. That George Washington, I'm Batman, was great. I want you to send that one to me privately, please, Cosmac. That was great. Warrior in the garden. Thank you for the raid, brother. Woo!
Oh, got another raid coming in. Wow. That's
We
cool.
got another raid coming in. Thank you,
21
sir.
people. Thank you.
Wow. We're climbing up there tonight. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you. All right. So the next video you can skip, Cosmac. The one that I want you to go to is the one of me wearing my blue hat, not my cowboy hat, but the blue driver's cap, where we're in front of the Historical Society, because this is where I want to shift over and let Pam kind of walk us through and tell us.
I won't see it until I start it, Bruce. So
the one past the last picture, it's dated August 2nd, but it's the second video in.
Well, I see video 6, video 7, video 8.
5
Videos
minutes
9 through 11 are the spliced ones.
Oh, that may be. No, that's not the spliced one. It's 5 minutes and what is it? 5:15. It's 5 minutes and 15 seconds.
I
doing production
won't
on the
know
fly.
until I start playing it.
All right,
we're doing production on the fly here.
On the fly. Go ahead. Start the video and let's see what happens.
Yeah, just do it live.
Which
do
one?
It live.
Okay, so
you said skip the next one.
Skip the next one and go to the following video, right? Because it was just more.
Here's
of
the one after that. No, that's another museum one.
Nope. Yeah, go to the next one.
There we go. Guys, so Bruce is back on the loose, but here we are back on Long Island, and we are currently here at the Three Village Historical Society, which is one of the birthplaces of George Washington's secret spy ring back in the day. And Pam is taking me around, and we're going to be doing some sightseeing here on Long Island at the eastern fork, well, the eastern part of Long Island in Stony Brook and Setauket. So lead on, young lady, lead on.
This is the gravel driveway I want, Nick. I'll put some gravel in there.
All right. This isn't the original house, is it?
No, but this is an antique house.
It is an antique house, but it's the Historical Society's.
Next door is Doc Thompson's old house. He lived there originally.
Doc Thompson?
Yeah. He's part of the,
Hold on 1 second. I want to just. Very cool. Digital tapestry. Museum landmarks, historic sites, phone launch. Very cool.
That's Doc Thompson's house. It's original. From the 1700s.
No kidding. Early 1700s, the house is still there. Look at that.
More to be said than Doc Brown's house in Back to the Future. The Burger King now.
Trying to light up my.
Oh.
That's crazy. Did they turn that into a museum as well?
No, but I think they open it once in a while. I don't know if they own it.
All right. Free Village Historical Society.
Good, how are you?
You guys just walking around the area?
Yeah, well, I know. I've been here, but he's never been here.
Oh,
so
perfect.
I'm taking him around.
And
I'm not going to miss Spy Day this year.
Please don't.
The 14th, right?
We
September
were at
14th?
Francis.
The 14th Grandparents' Day, September 6th, Culper Spy Day.
Oh, it's the 6th.
6th, yes.
Okay.
So it's the first weekend, I think it's the first Saturday of
Culper
September.
Spy Day. Oh, I gotta let her know. It's the 6th because I let my friends know.
Try Spy Tour.
All right.
Yes, people do those all the time. So we just actually had one today. We have our coordinator, Margot Sari. She walks everyone around this area specifically. You can do a walking tour, biking tour, or a kayak tour. You book through her, and I think it's about a couple hours, and they take you all through these spots. And it's great. You can take
That's really cool.
Yeah, you can take
No, well, I'm doing video for my podcast group.
Oh my god, look at you!
So yeah, so we did Francis Tavern this past weekend in the city.
Okay, that's really cool.
And yeah, so this is very cool.
Yeah, we're great. And I know you guys were talking about the house next door. The house next door is owned by Ward Melville Heritage Organization. If that rings a bell.
Ward
They
Melville
own-
Heritage, sure.
Yeah, they own the Brewster house on 25A. That's right
Cal
near
Brewster House?
Yep, it's right near like the country corner and everything. So they own a couple different properties. They own like the Sherwood Jane Farm on Old Post Road over there too. So they own about, I want to say like 3 to 5 properties in the Three Village area.
Are they going to open any of those on Spy Day? You don't know. Who owns William Sidney Mann House? Isn't that the
That's
state?
going to be, I think the state, but also Long Island Museum has a lot of stake in
I
there.
hope they open it. I know they opened it and I wasn't around
They
for
did
it.
it for the summer. They had like a couple, I think they did like violins for like a weekend, and it was like, I think it was like music and it was art as well at the house. It was so cool.
I'm dying to see it.
I know. You know what though? Sometimes even driving past it, I kind of like take a peek in sometimes. No one can tell me not to. But it's really cool. And then this summer we have this going on, which is really cool. And you have the pamphlet right there.
Yeah, I just took it out.
Yeah, it's amazing. And you can, if you visit all 12 spots and take a selfie in front of each location, you can enter to win about $500, I think.
Okay.
That's cool.
It's really cool.
So it's like a treasure hunt
Basically.
of historical sites.
Yep, exactly.
And how long do you have to?
You have, I think it just started in July and it runs until September 30th.
So it could take you weeks to do all 500.
Yeah, so as long as you get to all
goes
of them
to
by
the end.
September 30th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's 10 different sites.
There's 12 different
12.
ones. Yeah.
12 different sites that you have to.
And where do we send them?
It's going to be a scan code right here in the front.
I see the scan code right here. Yep, it's
You
got it.
register
Send them all at once, or do you send them?
You could do it all at once if you.
Or you can
end
just
It's
up-
on the back of the card too.
Yeah, you have to be at each location to take the pictures. So I
Right.
think a lot of people were like misunderstanding. They're like, "Oh, I'll just take all the pictures and then I'll send them in." But that's how people cheat, they think.
Yeah.
But you do it while you're at the location, and it's super cool. And it's a
Okay.
great way just to visit everywhere and get yourself out of the house. My coworker's doing it right now.
Geocaching technology there. I like it. Scavenger hunt. I like that idea. That is very cool.
It's really cool. Pam, do you have something you want to add to that?
Me?
Yeah.
No, just I could talk
It's a-
about spies.
It's a
talk about the
geocaching like scavenger hunt where you have to actually be there to check in. You have to check in at that
yes.
geological place, and
You'd
that's
have to take a
actually
photo.
brilliant.
Right, you have to take a photo of yourself with the property behind you or in the picture, and
And then
then you submit it to that QR
Yeah.
code.
Oh
And if
yeah.
you
No,
get all
it's
12,
brilliant.
you enter to win the contest.
It's brilliant. I love the idea. It's
Yeah, it's a
uh,
lot of fun. So we may actually do it. We'll see. We haven't really picked it up yet, and we
yeah.
only have what I think 2 weeks to complete it. So I don't know if we're going to have the time, but
Well, no. If you could try to
Yeah,
do
work
it the
hard.
is there a prize if you can do it the fastest? Like if you can just go like a cannonball run sort of situation where you can just run to one location to the
one
other.
after
That
the
would be
other, after the
cool.
other,
Yeah,
after the
yeah,
other, after the other. Yeah,
yeah.
no, I
That
don't
would
think
be a
so.
cooler contest in my opinion. But yeah, where people were
I don't think.
racing to try to get the fastest time. That would
mm,
be actually, I don't know. That I am thinking of publicity in my mind and promotions and contests.
Yeah,
But that would be cool.
M Peaches is having a conversation in there about keeping it honest. All right, keep going. Let it play.
With it, so you can play.
I used the lighthouse on the water quality report last year.
Nice.
I do the water quality reports every year from Suffolk
She works for
County Water.
Suffolk County Water Authority.
I've probably looked up the reports once or twice just to do research.
Most people don't look at it all the time. But.
Joe?
Row, the original book.
Yeah, mixing up the names a lot. But did you watch the show?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. References
Well,
with, like,
because it's not.
facts.
It's based on. It's based.
So Pamela and the docent were having a conversation about a TV show that was based off of the book by Alex Rose. Pam, what was the name of the TV series that they created?
Turn.
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 Yeah,
Turn.
that's
Yes.
still on. I think they have a new season on this.
Yeah, it got
I think
a lot of it got a lot of people really enjoyed it, and while the spies were interesting themselves, the show's a little bit got a lot of extra stuff in it, but it's based on our spies, and it's really
for dramatic effect.
yes, yes,
I didn't after about a season and a half. I got I got turned off of it, but it's
yeah.
still I see the promotions. It, what is it on MGM now or what Amazon now?
Put on
I think
Amazon. Yeah, I wasn't sure where it was, but I initially watched it. I don't even remember where, but
it,
yeah, I
it,
watched the initial streaming of it, so it was good. It was good. I enjoyed it
it
because I know the real history, so a lot of it was ad lib, but it was based on fact, and you can't deny it. We had some pretty awesome spies, and just finding out about it now is just really incredible. So I didn't find out about it until my son goes to the school. I was going to the school, William Sidney Mount Elementary, and we were.
Oh, I don't know what happened, Pam, but it looks like we
So our
lost
birthday
you
week.
there.
So I
Her
said, Justin,
Wi-Fi
that's a
might.
cool project. Let's do some research. As I was doing the research, I
Nope, she keeps cutting out.
really known
yeah.
until the 30s. And I think Alexander Rose wrote the first book. I'm not sure if he was the one who discovered the handwriting. He might not have been the one to initially find the
Pam, if you can hear me,
And
you're
no
cutting out. You need to go back to another location where
match
where your Wi-Fi is.
handwriting of this man, Robert Townsend, who was who lived at Raynham Hall. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
the Robert Townsend, not from the Who.
Pete, not Peter Townsend, Robert Townsend. Yeah.
Robert. Turn is on AMC, I believe, and I think we did the we worked on the promotions for that at work. I believe that was like 4 or 5 years ago. I thought they were doing a comeback of it, but maybe AMC Plus is airing all those shows if you want to catch it. By the way,
Who does?
AMC Plus, I believe, is redoing all those shows. Not that
Okay.
this is like full disclosure. I think we do promotions at work for them, but not that that's a promotion for the show, because a lot of it is fabricated for dramatic effect, but it is based on real events.
Okay.
So
I want to watch Turn. I haven't seen any of it yet, and I only just found out about all of this just since Pam and I were, at the Francis Tavern, and she enlightened me about it. And then this past week we went to visit. Last week we went to visit the Three Village Historical Society, so it was really cool. Let's play the videotape. I just tried hitting her up again. I'm gonna mute and see if I can give her another call. But keep going on that.
Fact, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It was
They've taken liberties. They've taken liberties with it.
Fiction sacked and folklore.
Like Simcoe wasn't supposedly as bad as they said he was.
No, and I think they've made I don't know if it was Woodhull or Rooster, but one of them had an affair with Anna Smith Strong.
Yeah.
Which just didn't happen.
Right. She was really into her husband.
Yeah.
But they did make it seem like that.
Yeah. But I think one of our community event managers in November is gonna have a lecture about like fact versus fiction versus folklore about the show versus what actually happened with Culper's firing. But I think there's multiple books about the Culper's firing, but I 100%. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Lovely. You guys doing anything special today?
Just chilling.
So we're having all the fun sites.
Cool.
Just relaxing
Are we
today.
the first fun site? Is there another fun site?
Well, we did Little Vincent's first for pizza. Cold cheese. You have to do Little Vincent's.
Classic.
My roommate and I.
Bruce, you might want to mute.
And that's where we go for pizza.
Bruce, you might want to mute. Yeah.
I am muted.
No, we can hear you at pizza order.
You can hear me through the video, not from here.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you talking to. I thought you were ordering a pizza. Sorry.
All right, was that the end of that video footage, Cosmac?
And I love it. And you know they have one in Manhattan too. Little Vincent's of Long Island. Along with the Huntington one.
They do. I know the Huntington one. I didn't know
They did. They had
Letter signed by Benjamin Talmadge. Very cool. So this is more of a historic, jaunt for us. Checking out all the sites here on Long Island that are related to George Washington and his spy ring.
Oh, here it is. This is from the series.
This is from the series?
The actor that did Abraham Woodhull, that was his outfit. He donated it.
Oh, that's really cool.
It's an Abraham Woodhull costume worn by Jamie Bell.
Very cool.
Isn't this exciting?
It is. It is. It is.
I love this stuff, and I can't believe we were here.
Where did I put my cane? I put it down somewhere. I'm hobbling around here. My cane, I put it down. I'm hobbling. I put it by the. Caleb Brewster's The Devil's Belt.
Oh my God, he's the whaleboat captain.
Okay.
He's the one that would go back and forth.
The fearless whaleboat captain Caleb Brewster crossed the Sound many times to deliver messages. He was prepared to do battle with the enemy. British patrols, smugglers, and gun runners were a constant threat. Abraham Woodhull and Caleb Brewster. Abraham Woodhull urged Caleb Brewster to sail back across the Sound as quickly as possible to deliver Townsend's important letter to Benjamin Talmadge. If you were Brewster, how would you have felt after reading Woodhull's message? What words did Woodhull use to make you feel that way? So then they have the letter here. 2 urgent letters from Culper Sr. to Culper Jr. In this letter, in the 16th of July, 1780, to General Washington, Robert Townsend warned that the British were preparing to attack the French army at Newport, Rhode Island. The message was hidden between the lines of an ordinary bill of sale written in invisible ink.
But I don't hear anything.
What? Oh,
Pam,
audio to the. Okay, a minute.
it's
I want
yes.
to ask her about like Spy 355 too, which is a female spy. There's nobody knows who Spy 355 was, but it was like rumored that she was Benjamin Arnold's wife, which I want to ask her opinion about that. But
Okay.
wait till she comes back.
After we get her back on,
If she even knows the story of Spy
I can't get the
355.
sound.
she can't get the sound. All right.
And she's on her phone. Is she on Android or
I think she's on an iPhone. Hold on. Let me call her one more time.
iPhone? Well, you text her.
That'll just mess it up even worse.
Evie, yeah,
I know.
exactly. Evie
I know.
Mux actually, and the iPhone has problems.
Okay.
I've noticed this. So
Hold on one second.
yeah.
I'm gonna mute. You guys keep going.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we
I
can
can
hear
hear.
you. Can you hear
We
me?
can hear you.
Okay, finally. Yeah, I couldn't get the sound. So now I
Yeah.
can hear you guys. Sorry about that.
Okay. So first off, I wanted you to explain about Caleb Brewster because we just did that segment. So I wanted you to just explain who Caleb Brewster was and what he wound up doing.
So, Caleb Brewster was another recruit by Benjamin Talmadge. He was the whaleboat captain, and he was the one that would take the information from usually Abraham Woodhull and sail it back to George Washington in Connecticut. He was pretty brazen, and he would row all the way. It was a rowboat. It wasn't no power there.
There's manpower, but
Yeah,
that's about it.
arm power was about it.
Yeah.
Now, Norm, you had a question for Pam about a specific individual or
About
a
no.
group, the group of
The wife.
individuals.
Like she mentioned Robert Townsend, and his not his wife, his common law wife. Kind of like a lot of people here today have common law wives, but and then there's Benjamin Arnold's wife, and there's Spy 355. That everybody seems to debate over four women. They know it was a female, but what's your thoughts on Spy 355? Are you familiar with the story of Spy 355 or
Um,
and the women? Nobody knows today. They speculate.
yeah, no,
So
they don't know. There was a lot of them they didn't know. There's a lot of people involved in
mhm.
this. It wasn't just. I think the six most prominent ones are the ones we know about. But even Anna Smith Strong was never
Yeah, well,
documented that she was the spy. But I meeting the Strong family and knowing their history, they have always passed down stories. They were great storytellers. So, for example, we had two painters here. It was William Sidney Mount and his brother Shepherd Mount. They painted a lot of stuff. As a matter of fact, one of William Sidney's Mount's pictures of a corn husker was actually on the first dollar bill. But anyway, the Strongs seem to know every character that was painted in some of these pictures because they passed it down word of mouth. So when you look at, like, I guess it was called eel spearing, there was a little boy that was holding the spear, and they knew who he was because the Strongs have passed that story down after generation. There was one woman, a member of the Strong family, who just passed away, probably maybe 15 years ago, and she was very old, and she was one of the big storytellers, and she knew a lot of the history as well. But that's how we knew about Anna Smith Strong. Plus, there was documented that her husband was on a prison ship, and that's why she ended up getting involved. Abraham Woodhull, the farmer, didn't want to get involved. He was a real nervous Nell, but he got involved after the British beat up and almost killed his father. Then he got mad and he got involved in being one of the spies. But Benjamin Talmadge was very smart when he started recruiting. He only recruited family and friends. And that's one of the reasons nobody knew about it, because nobody talked about it. It's almost like the
It's
many of
almost like after the
the World
fact they
War
were
II
still
veterans that we
afraid.
know, they don't really talk
Yeah.
about what they went through. It's just not something that they discuss. And with the spies, it was the same thing. It wasn't something they talked about. But if you read some of their writings of the time, there was such a patriotic fervor over here in this area. And when you start realizing that there was so many, everything was so intertwined, and you laugh because it's really only a few generations in this country. And when somebody says they're related to Thomas Jefferson, it's not so hard to understand, because a lot of people were related to each other here. It was a very small group, but a lot of them were involved in the spiring. For example, the Hawkins, which you probably have heard. If you're on Long Island, you've seen that name before. Jonas Hawkins, which was William Sidney Mount's uncle. He was a tavern owner, and he was involved in the spies, because a lot of tavern owners here were, because they were the ones where the British would come and relax and drink and share stories they probably shouldn't be sharing. And they got a lot of information out of intel from loose lips, sink ships. Yeah, so it's interesting
But
history here. The Smiths were very involved
but
in it too. They had taverns, and so the
yeah.
spies really were pretty in depth here. But the ones that we know about are the ones that were coded. They had codes. Some of them they were able to match up the codes with, and others they're just a number, and probably we'll never know who they are unless something comes to light. You never know. They're still digging up documents, so it's pretty
The, the
interesting.
wives the wives of the spies were
Anything else you want me to
well
elaborate on?
with the wives of the spies were fascinating to
Can you
me at
hear
one
me?
time. I can
Yes,
hear
we
you.
can.
Can you
Oh,
hear
Yes, we
us?
can.
jeez. Did I lose you again?
No, she
She
can't
can't
hear
hear
us though.
us.
Oh yeah.
Can't hear us, Pam.
Okay, something's not going right.
Mm.
We lost her again. She can't hear us.
Well, it, it's it's on a mobile device, and I know kind of what's going on.
That's why I wanted her to go on her laptop, but she wasn't able to get her laptop
Uh,
charged up. So I don't know where she's at. It looks like she's going to her backyard now to try and get some.
a better signal.
Yeah, possibly. Oh no, she's back in the house. Can you hear us, Pam? I just want to shout out Tank Turret because he's been making
Ay, ay, ay.
lots of comments, and I appreciate his
uh,
comments. Tribute to good spycraft, agents lost to history. Yes,
So awful.
nearly 35 years after the fall of the USSR, we know thousands of agents named near 250 years after the Revolutionary War. Most names are lost to history. Eat that, KGB.
Keep losing it. I keep losing it.
I love all the background.
Yeah,
Yeah,
her whole house is full of deep paraphernalia, but I don't know where she's at now.
I lost the pill chat by the way in the whole thing. Shoot, I
Can
don't
you
know
hear
what's
us,
going on
Pam?
with pill.
All right, let me call her and
Am
tell
I
her to
losing you? Uh,
Can you hear me? Nope. All right, she bounced away.
No,
All right,
she just dropped,
we'll
and
try to log back in again. We'll see. I don't want to call
maybe
her
one
now.
maybe if she reconnects. Yeah, I,
She and I were supposed to get together tonight, but she had to go somewhere else for a birthday party. So I just came back to the office and set up here for tonight.
Oh.
But if I was at her place with the lab, meanwhile, Let's go to the next vid.
So these are the locations. They referred to, those are the spy codes they used.
So the number represented them.
The code, right? And it also represented
Then you got
the code
Caleb
name.
Brewster was 725.
Right.
So who was 724?
Well, there was a question on, I think it was 726 was the question. It was the woman they felt was from New York City. And
Couldn't have been Anna Smith?
No, I don't believe. She was never really mentioned in any of this.
Right.
But she was so much a part of it. And she originally traveled with, as the wife of Abraham Woodhull under guise that she was his wife. Her husband was actually in a prison ship. He was arrested. I think they were, while he was in Connecticut. And he was on one of the prison ships, and that's how she got involved in the war. But she would go with Abraham Woodhull into the city as husband and wife, but they didn't really have a good excuse to go in there like every day. And that's why Austin Rowe picked up the cause and traveled as guys for his bar equipment for his tavern. So that's why he was able to get by doing that.
What number was Austin Rowe?
Austin Rowe, he was the one who, I don't know if they mentioned him a lot, but he was the one that would be going back and forth.
Yeah, well, that's what we just read.
So I'm not sure what his code name was, if they even had one for him, but...
Very cool. Well, I like 7-Eleven for George.
Yeah.
All this, 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven for George.
So they actually had, I think they were the ones who invented invisible ink, too.
Yes, they used invisible ink.
I think they were, this is Spy Ring that actually invented it, though.
That's cool.
And they actually had it, a book of all their stuff. I don't know if it's still here.
I think it was Tank Ferret that actually said that in the chats as well. Yes, George Washington did create a formula for invisible ink. And then
using lemon juice.
Something similar, yes.
Yeah, it's lemon juice, and yeah.
Yes.
It was very interesting. They would write it with a needle of a pen on a paper with lemon juice, and then if you hold it up to the light, it would you could see through the paper, basically.
A little bit of trivia. Yeah. Just George Washington was a huge advocate of both invisible ink and ciphers. However, it was James Jay who invented the invisible ink, and it was actually Thomas Jefferson who invented the first cipher wheel. So George used them very prolifically as a commander, but was not actually the inventor. He gets credit for a lot of things, but he also gets credit for surrounding himself with the right people.
That's it. That's exactly what it is. You know, a good boss makes sure he has the right people to do their jobs. And George Washington was impeccable at picking the right people for that. And just the fact that this entire spy ring went basically unnoticed, except for Nathan Hale, who officially got caught as the first spy and then unfortunately got executed. And then Talmadge, I believe it was Talmadge, who was his college roommate. Was it? I forgot what college it was. It was one of the Ivy League schools, but they were classmates or roommates actually in college. And then he took up the helm for Nathan Hale and created the spy ring that was used by George Washington in order to win the Revolutionary War. So it was really cool.
And if you want to order invisible ink pens off of Amazon, they're not that expensive. You can order them as party favors. And it looks something like this. They come in many different colors. The invisible ink recipes in plain sight on the wall. Not that expensive on Amazon if you look it up. They're party favors at children's parties. And this isn't like the old-fashioned ones but it comes with a black light on the lid, which is kind of cool. So. And Bruce is muted. So,
he's talking on
I
the
keep
phone.
on wanting it. Yeah, I keep on wanting to talk into my microphone, which is why. But I have my earbuds in tonight because my computer is actually acting up. The more things I have active on it, but seems to be fine. I should be talking from my laptop, which actually I can look up a lot of this stuff. But so
All right, guys. She's trying to get her phone charged up. Her phone died. That's what happened.
My phone is charged.
I
mean, I got the power back on.
Right. Okay. But if you open up your laptop and you get in, you may not have a camera, but at least you'll have audio. So try that way. See if you can get it on your laptop.
what type of laptop does she have, and what browser is she using? Because AV
What
Mux is.
Yeah, Evie, I don't know how old her laptop is. Is it really that old? I don't know. She's got a 2015 laptop. I don't think it's going to be working.
Well, no, actually, if it's an Apple laptop,
Is it Apple?
that could.
Not an Apple.
Yeah, shoot. All right.
It's an IBM. All right.
I
Well,
think book. Yeah.
P. Den's still waiting for the decoder ring from Ovaltine. Yes, indeed, P. Den. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
All right.
Peggy. Yeah. The decoder ring from a Little Orphan Annie decoder ring from
There you
Overton. Yeah. That's
All right. Why don't we go into the next video, Cosmic, and let's see where it's at. Maybe
We just keep
you
playing
hear
on
us?
this one.
Can't see
I
anything.
paused this one.
Yeah, go ahead. Let it play. Very cool. I love this.
Isn't it neat?
This is the type of history people are unfortunately forgetting about. They don't really pay attention to it as much. The tri-corner hat, you know, all the stuff that makes America what we are today. I mean, just think, 250 years ago, George Washington created the armed forces, which saved America, which the revolution is what, you know, become the Americas. And without George Washington, this would not have been possible. So remember that when you're talking about politics in general. And
talk about Washington.
I'll just pause that for a second right there to say, yes, Thumper Rose, that was what it was when I was a kid. You would use lemon juice and a toothpick to write your message and on a piece of paper, and it would disappear and the paper would look blank. But if you held the paper over a candle, the lemon, where the lemon ink was, where the lemon was, would brown faster, and it would make the message show up in brown on the paper, kind of like an old school fax machine.
That's exactly what the thermal imaging fax machines. Yes.
Yeah.
You gotta realize you go into all these antique homes, and the prominent picture in all these homes is George Washington. He was a well-loved man. So.
And our first president of the United States.
You can't put everything in the era of today. What was 200 years ago.
Yep. Spies in occupied New York. Washington's first attempt to plant a spy in New York ended badly. After he
Trivia question: What were the boats called? Sorry. What kind of boats were those that you just showed a model of? Bruce, you're muted.
I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't get that in depth on it. I went right to the boards because I was trying to read them.
Oh gosh, it was. It was so like a Durham boat.
Oh, a Durham boat. Okay, maybe
that.
Not George,
Okay,
not John Durham, but the Durham boats.
But it was the Durham boat. But that was okay. I thought Bruce Q Wayne, you were so into those drops that you would know that. But sorry, that
And
was a
by the way,
big
just real quick,
discussion years ago.
out in the D Live, they were talking about the hat here. This is indeed a tricorn, and it came up here in context because John Rogers mentioned that Styx Hexenhammer wears a hat like this on his live streams. It's really funny you mentioned that because I was watching Styx the other day, and Mrs. Cause popped by, and she saw Styx Hexenhammer with his pirate hat on because he's got a really nice leather pirate hat he's been wearing lately. And she's like, "Oh, do you have a pirate hat like that?" And I said, "No, but I have a colonial tricorn." And I actually went and I dug it out and I showed it to her. And I said, "Yeah, this is a colonial style tricorn. It's like the colonial soldiers would have worn, or, George Washington or whatever." And I didn't even make the connection until just before tonight's show. Hey, wait, that hat fits. I could wear that hat on tonight's show. So
I'm glad you did, sir. I'm glad you did.
And if you stick a feather in it, would you call it macaroni? Or is that just nonsense little rhyme that I learned when I was...
That was the song.
Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a
macaroni
pony.
Actually was the word in the day for high fashion. If you were dressed to the nines, they would call you macaroni. So
stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. Yeah, but that's I always thought of that hat as a tricorner hat. So, Yankee Doodle.
All right, so on with Bruce's spy story here, which says Washington's first attempt to plant a spy in New York ends badly.
His defeat at Battle of Long Island, Washington needed dependable information about the British troops' movements in New York City. He asked among his soldiers for someone to spy. Captain Nathan Hale answered the call.
So we talk about Nathan Hale, and I mentioned him earlier, and this is where it goes into detail. So just let the video play.
And this was the map of Nathan Hale's route from Norwalk, Connecticut to Huntington, Long Island, and then to Flushing, Queens. On 15th September 1776, Hale was rowed across Long Island Sound, from Norwalk, Connecticut to Huntington, New York. From there, he made his way to Flushing, Queens.
I'm not sure why the audio is bad here, but it is.
1st September, he was tricked and captured by Major Robert Rogers of the Queens Rangers.
Oh, okay.
As a patriot.
Must be
he was brought to British headquarters in Manhattan and was executed the next day in a park near what is now 66th Street and 3rd Avenue. He behaved with great composure and resolution. He thought it was the duty of every good officer to obey any orders given him by his commander-in-chief. British Captain Frederick Mackenzie, eyewitness. Diary entry of 22nd of September, 1776. And here we have birth of the Culper spy ring. In 1778, still needing information from New York City, General Washington asked a young officer of his staff, Benjamin Talmadge, to recruit spies on Long Island. Talmadge remembered the fate of Nathan Hale, his closest friend at Yale. They grew up together in Yale University. He would be sure to keep his spies as safe as possible. A pencil sketch of Dragoon Major Benjamin Talmadge, estimated date 1781. The sketch by Colonel John Turnbull, later a well-known artist. A dragoon is a soldier, often on horseback. Okay. Talmadge had been born in Setauket. There he asked his childhood friend Abraham Woodall to gather information in New York City. It was a dangerous trip. A man traveling alone to the city would arouse suspicions. Woodhull was afraid for his life. It was safer when his neighbor Ann Smith Strong went with. All right. Outwit them all with the assistance of a lady of my acquaintance, Abraham Woodhull. In New York City, Woodhull met Robert Townsend, a secret patriot who owned a store where British soldiers shopped. Woodhull came to trust him and recruited him to gather information. Next, Woodhull asked Austin Rowe to pick up messages and bring them back to him in Setauket. Rowe was a Setauket tavern keeper who went often to the city for supplies. Caleb Brewster, another Setauket friend, would cross Long Island Sound to bring messages back. He served under Talmadge as a whaleboat captain and artillery soldier. Talmadge was determined that his spy ring would be well organized and supervised. He gave them aliases and spy names and a code to use so their messages would not be understood by the British. General Washington provided them with invisible ink with which to write. He called it sympathetic stain. To help keep them safe, Washington did not want to know their names. He called his Long Island spy ring the Culpers, after Culper County in Virginia, where he was born. All but one, Robert Townsend of Oyster Bay, were born in Setauket. With complete trust in Talmadge and each other, they forged a strong ring.
Pam, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay. Welcome back.
Thank you. A lot of technical issues. Sorry.
All right. So we were talking about Talmadge and Nathan Hale earlier while you were trying to get back online, and how they were both roommates in Yale. Nathan Hale was killed as a spy. He was hung, and then Talmadge took over for him and created the spy ring that George Washington didn't want to know their names about. He just wanted to know what the information was, and so he kept getting it from Talmadge. Can you elaborate on it? I'm sorry?
Well, no, sorry, this is me. But wasn't he getting it from his mistress, or which she's one of the ones that was supposedly Spy 355, if I'm correct. What I was talking about earlier.
We're
Is
not
that
privy,
am
we're
I?
not privy to that information right now. We don't have
Well,
information on that, and I don't think Pam knows about that aspect of it yet.
355.
Yes.
I believe they're still in question. They're not,
well,
unless
yeah, there was 4 different women, or 4 to 6 actually, but depending on. But I believe she was. They don't know,
there
but
was one in the city. There was one woman in the city that worked with Rivington, the printer, because he was also
yes,
part of it. Um,
but
and they believe that she was one of them, but they're not sure who she was. But they believe she was she was a society woman in Manhattan at the time.
But the one that he just read about was one of the town Anna. What's her last? You just said
And
it.
what happened?
Anna Smith Strong.
Yeah, she was
Yep, I'm
supposedly.
sorry.
Yeah.
Can you hear us,
Sorry,
Pam?
I got. Yeah, I
And
think.
she dropped out again. Pam, can you hear us? Yeah, I think she dropped out. All right. But go ahead, Norm. What are you saying?
I knew a girl that was really into Spy 355 a while back. This is like, okay, way before Kitty, if you're listening, this is way before you. And I'm just trying to remember what I heard from her. But yeah, I remember hearing this story from her. She was trying to figure out who Spy 355 was. And that story was like part of it. So you're bringing back stuff that's 20-year old in my mind.
I think we need to that back because
Hey,
that's.
Yeah.
Can you hear
Hey,
are
you're
us?
we
back.
back?
Can you
Yeah.
hear us?
We have audio. We can hear you, Pam.
Okay, I can't hear anything again. I don't know why
We
the
can
sound
hear
keeps going
you,
off.
but you can't hear us. We're not
Can't
used
hear
to
us.
having a woman on the 3 Beer Men show. Yeah.
I know.
It's like I think it's a curse. Don't cancel me for saying that. But yeah, the
All right.
title of the show is 3Beer.
Why don't you mute us all and roll the next footage, please, Cosmic?
All right. Let me.
You can mute
Let's
us
see. Where are
all
we at?
until Pam comes back in. Hey guys, the
Oh.
history lesson
The sound
continues.
keeps
We're
going
actually
off.
here on Strong's Neck, which is named after Anna Smith Strong's family, her husband's last name, her married name. And the water right here in front of us, part of the Long Island Sound. This is the North Shore, and there's the lighthouse.
Oldfield. This is Oldfield.
The Oldfield Lighthouse. And I don't believe we can get inside of it, but I just thought it was a cool little quick video we could do to add to the ambiance of the historic aspect of what we're doing this weekend and enjoying it. So we're gonna mosey on up to the door and I'll get some more pictures from you from that end. But
That is a crepe myrtle.
I'm sorry?
This is a crepe myrtle. Isn't it pretty?
Oh, that's the tree is a crepe myrtle? There you go, the purple flowers. They're beautiful.
Right?
Guys, I'm Bruce on the Loose here in Setauket, Long Island. We'll catch you on the flip side. Actually, it's Oldfield, Long Island. Yeah, so Pam dropped out. She couldn't get her phone to work properly. We'll figure it out for another time, another show, and we'll have her back to go into detail on it because we will be doing Spy Day. If I know her, she's going to get us tickets, and we'll go see Spy Day, and we'll do that tour, and I'll videotape that for the following Sunday show, or maybe that night show. I don't know. We'll see. But it was a very interesting tour all the way through. I got to say, I was very intrigued by it all, and I quite enjoyed it. So we've only got 4 minutes left or 3 minutes left, and there's a couple of more. I think there's two more videos, Cosmic.
I think. I think I've only got one actually.
One more left. Okay, so this is actually the lighthouse that's in the off of Strong Street, which is named after Anna. So Smith. We're coming up around the outside to get closer to the lighthouse itself. And this is the front entrance. And there it is up on top. That's so freaking cool. All right, guys. Bruce is still on the loose. We'll catch you on the flip side. So I'm sorry it didn't work out with Pam tonight. Just didn't work out time-wise for us, coordination-wise. Otherwise, I would have had her with me on the camera here instead of, or at her house, instead of trying to use her phone. She's got old technology at home, and I don't think her laptop has a camera in it. It's from 2015, so we'll have to figure that out next time through. But in the meanwhile, I want to thank everybody for really taking the time to hang out with us tonight and go through this. We just got a bump on a bunch of people that just jumped into the show. Thank you very much. Appreciate you coming in to join us tonight. For those of you who didn't get a chance to catch it, we did cover the George Washington spy ring here on Long Island through the Three Village Historical Society that Pam and I toured last weekend. And I'm wearing the shirt from it today, actually, so you can see. But Cosmic's wearing the tricorn hat that is.
Well, That's funny. I'm wearing my spy shirt too. Actually, I'm wearing my NSA shirt. The
I love
only
it.
branch of government that actually listens.
I love it. That's great. That's
That's a great
great.
shirt, by the way.
I love it. So, I know we're waiting for Zoso Dude to go live, and we still have literally a minute left in the show. But
Well, I have a real quick plug to do to fill that minute.
Go for it.
While we're waiting for Zoso Dude, and I will keep an eye out. Real quick here, I am going to go ahead before I forget and let the treasure chest loose. So get your chesticles now. All right, the chesticles are loose. So in about 30 seconds, you got about 30 seconds to click that treasure chest over there. And then I'm going to go ahead and let the scratchings loose as well, just so that I don't forget. All right, the scratchings are loose.
And depending on
Okay.
how many people are watching, you have anywhere from 5 minutes, probably 5 minutes to get those, right?
Usually
until the
less
stream
than
ends.
3.
That's
Usually less than 3 minutes to grab them while you can. But
Yeah.
Zoso Dude is still not live. But
He's scheduled. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. I'm sure he'll be there when the time or when he goes. So when he gets tonight's movie ready, I do not have any insight into what tonight's movie is. But real quick, before we go over to Zoso, I wanted to mention something that is going on over at The Madness. This actually just opened up last night. This is the latest Madness poll. The Madness Flip City draw stream contest, actually. And it just went live last night. And the theme for the artists this time around was actually modern or classic cartoons with modern problems. So, classic cartoons with modern problems. So, just some of the entries here that I thought were kind of cute. Ice Got Speedy by Doc Blaylock. Me Too with Pepe Le Pew by Kurt Parker. Betty Droop by Addie Kidd. Gun Free Zone with Elmer and
Yosemite Sam and
Yeah.
Elmer Fudd.
Yeah.
And it's of
No
course it's
smoking.
Washington State, the communist state.
Oh, it's a
By Kurt
habit
Parker.
to the rabbit.
Yeah, no
Here's the
smoking.
rabbit.
Roxy OnlyFans by Edwin Badillo. That's Pebbles there doing an OnlyFans. Scrooge McFucked there looking at his bills. Snuck One Through with Elmer Fudd by Judge Jerry Hines. To Catch a Predator. That's a riff on the latest Snow White, if you're familiar with that one. And Which Bathroom by Christian Zaffo. So that's and that one will get colored if it's a winner.
Zoso Dude just went live, by the way.
All right. Well, we will go ahead. We will set the raid over there. But I just wanted to mention that if you want to see those, go to themeg.tv, THEMEG, themeg.tv. Click on the little banner ad there that says contest is open. Go to this page and vote for one of these great artists. One of these winners is going to get a free quarter page in the next Flip City magazine. So by all means, check that out. All right, and with that, I am setting a raid, so you guys can go ahead and start talking us out.
Go ahead, Norm. Say your goodbyes.
Well, cheers, everyone. This, despite the design on the can, which I appreciate, but it's not just like the beer, the Hefeweizen. I think the design and the beer is kind of boring, but it's actually refreshing. So, cheers. Uh, enjoy your beer. Drink responsibly. Do not drive. Cheers.
Thank you, Norm.
Indeed.
Cosmac?
All right. Well, yeah, I was never a big fan of the Hefeweizen myself. It was my least favorite of all the beers that we brewed, but I do love the root beer. I've enjoyed that tonight. And yeah, wishing everybody the best. Please come join us again next week for another adventure with Bruce.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but hopefully next week will be a lot smoother. In the meanwhile, please make sure you send your love over to wherever you wind up going, but we're going to drop you off in the raid over to Zoso Dude. So on our way out, much love to all. Peace out from Batman. Take us out, Cosmac.
Folks, time to call a night. Do what you feel and keep both feet on the wheel. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. So till next time.
Move 'em on.
Hit 'em up.
Hit 'em up.
Move 'em on.
Move 'em on.
Hit 'em up.
Rawhide. Cut 'em out.
Ride 'em in.
Ride 'em in.
Cut 'em out.
Cut 'em out. Ride 'em in. Rawhide.
Let's get the hell out of here.